Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Winsome Stingley claims her sister bailed on a trip to visit family and stuck her with the travel bill.
All rise.
Amanda Stingley says she canceled because she couldn't find a sitter for her kids, and her big sis can't relate since she doesn't have children of her own.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is a case of Stingley versus Stingley. Ms. Stingley, you are suing Ms. Stingley for $673.33. Yes. You say your sister broke her promise to split the cost of a trip to visit family. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Stingley, you said you didn't even go on the trip.
Nope.
I'll start with you, plaintiff. What happened? You all are sisters? How many years apart?
We are 4 years apart.
4 years apart. Mm-hmm. All right. And you planned a trip to go see family.
Yes.
Tell the court about that trip.
We planned a trip to meet up in Chicago, and it was for Easter time. The plan was to get together with other members of the family, and along with our dad being there, we would do some family discussion, you know, make some business decisions and different things like that, and basically enjoy the Easter vacation and bond once again with one another.
That sounds like a lovely family trip.
Yes.
All right. And so were you excited for that, Miss Stingley?
Yes, I was very excited, but my sister knew that I had certain things that I needed to take care of.
Do you have a big family?
I have 3 kids,
Yes.
Your Honor.
And how many people were going to be at this family visit?
Around 10, maybe 15 people.
Okay, lovely. So you're here suing your sister. So
I am.
obviously something happened with respect to that trip.
Yes.
Tell the court what happened.
Well, basically, so it was up to me. I usually am the planner of the family and get everyone together. She gave me the go-ahead. She said everything was perfect. I told her that I was going to do it. So
Were you all talking about that on the phone verbally, or were you all texting or emailing back and forth?
more so
Texting.
texting.
All right. Do you have any of those text messages?
Yes, I do.
Okay. May I
actually.
see that evidence, please?
take
Yes,
As you walk me through it.
Yes.
And so you all decided, yes, we'll go.
Yes, we'll go.
I'll book the air.
I'll book the air and the hotel as a bundle. I would
All
pay
right.
half, and she would pay half. And I was to put everything on my credit card.
All right. So yeah, I think we should go to Chicago for Easter. As long as we plan ahead, I can get a sitter. You needed a sitter because you have children.
Right.
After some searching, I found a great bundle. It'll cost $1346.66. Does that sound good to you? That's a steal. Let's do it. Okay, so we see you made an arrangement to
Yes.
go to see your family.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens?
Because I text her a week prior. I said, you know, the arrangements have been made and different things like that. Nothing from her. And then the night before, she tells me she can't go.
The night before.
The night before.
What happened, Miss Stingley? Why couldn't you go?
Well, I could not find a babysitter. I have, 3 children. I have a very strict policy with who looks after my children. So my regular sitter is out of the country. It was during the Easter holidays, and she goes out of the country every year at that time. And I just didn't want to, disturb things with an early disappointment. And
So once you told her you could not go,
Right.
Miss Stingley, obviously, if you bought it as a bundle, this sounds like one of those non-refundable deals. Was it refundable or
Exactly.
non-refundable?
It was non-refundable, and I had to cancel prior to 24 hours. So by the time that she told me,
just
I
missed
wasn't
the
able.
cutoff.
Exactly.
Were you aware of the cutoff time, Miss Stingley?
Well, honestly, I wasn't even aware that when she contacted me and said that she had booked, and I said go ahead, that booked meant that she had actually done a transaction, a financial transaction.
What
I
does
thought that
booked
she
mean?
meant booked, like, that's our deal, go ahead with it. Because she knew that I was still
But what
looking for a
package
sitter.
do you
always
book that you have to pay later?
Well, you could book and maybe put a hold on, like say you have a deposit, like half or so. I had no idea that she
Did
had
you
paid.
ask?
No, I didn't ask.
Did you tell her, hey, wait a minute now, I haven't found a babysitter, so don't go booking until
didn't-
I give you the heads up? That's not what this text says.
I did
It
not
says,
say specifically.
does
sorry,
that
I
sound
didn't
right
mean
to you?
interrupt.
Yes. Great, I'll book now.
She planned ahead, but didn't allow me enough time to actually lock in
You
somebody
feel like
to
she owed you
just some
to
more.
say, hey, I'm about to book.
Right.
Do you have
like,
a sitter?
Right. Like I'm actually going to put money down that I am not going to be able to get back.
Coming up,
And have you not spoken to her, Miss Stingley? You can see how much this affects your sister.
You know, I do understand that, but baby sisters cry. She's young. She's spoiled.
and later,
I pushed on the table and it completely fell.
Yeah, because it's up by nail guns and a couple
exactly.
screws.
And he had originally told me that he was gonna put it up with a mount, which he did not do.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. We're back with a dispute between Winsome Stingley and her sister Amanda Stingley over a missed family trip.
Because if you feel like your sister owed you that duty, would you say that you owed her to say, but before you book, don't pay for anything
Exactly.
until
I
I
did.
tell you
I-
if you have a sitter?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
could see that.
Fair exchange ain't no robbery.
Yeah.
that's right.
But I just wish there was more. I mean, you know, we're still sort of new at this. Well, not new, but you know, we're sisters. I have a different mother than the plaintiff. So, you know, we grew up in totally different households.
So you share the same father.
We share the same
Right.
father.
And so this trip probably would have been good as a chance to bond,
Right.
Yes.
get closer.
Yes.
Right.
And
which
I
is-
love the fact that both of you wanted to do it.
Right.
And I can see you feel emotional, Miss Stingley. Why is this making you
Because
emotional?
I'm still her baby sister, even though we don't see each other a lot.
And so it bothers you that
She hasn't spoken to me in, like, I don't know, 5 months or so, you know, not even anything.
right. And have you not spoken to her, Miss Stingley? You can see how much this affects your sister.
You know, I do understand that, but baby sisters cry. She's young. She's spoiled. She's used to it. You know what I
How
mean?
do you know she spoiled you? The dad you all share,
The dynamics, because
he
one,
spoils her?
yes, very much so, and they have little going-ons behind.
But you don't have any compassion. You just feel like she's whining right now?
I think she's making excuses. I think she shouldn't have said yes. She should have said no in the first place, or let me think about it, or she should have said something. She should grow up.
Did you go on the
basically.
trip?
Yes. Money is not the main issue here. It's more
I
so.
love when that happens. So money's not the main issue.
It's not the main issue at all. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the lesson that needs
It's
to
the
be
principle
made.
for
The
you.
principle, exactly.
And do you think she really tried to get the babysitter? And if she could not, could you have been understanding about that?
I really don't know, but because we're used to this and it's a pattern, I really don't think she even tried to get a babysitter. I figured she'll understand, she'll this, I'm the baby sister, this, that, and that. That's what I really think her reasoning was coming from.
And I think what I'm getting from you is you do all the planning and you do all the paying in advance and you buy all the food and you put all that, and then everybody else can come on in and get in where they fit in later.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I do feel that way.
People in the gallery are nodding. We got some planners in the family out there.
Yeah.
And I think people underestimate the pressure.
And it
what
is.
it seems like to me is this is one of those times, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Exactly.
That's what this is.
Yes.
It's that feeling of this is the time I've gone through this now. I put all of this money on my credit card or took it all out of my bank account.
Exactly.
And in your mind, we had an agreement.
Exactly.
In this court's opinion, you also had an agreement.
Yes.
It was very clear. It was stated clearly here. This is our plan. We're going to split it half. I'm going to do this. You're going to do this. I'm going to do it now. Yes, okay, Miss Stingley.
Now, one thing I can say about this, and this is something that I caution people about all the time, because while text messages are admissible in court now, right? I'm from a time where we didn't text.
Right.
And look, they're helpful because now what used to be potentially verbal agreements that we had to see were enforceable, now, right, can be reinforced through text message. So we can say like, no, you type this.
Right.
But I do think when you think about planning and talking in families and relationships, sometimes getting on the phone, really understanding where the other person's coming through, having a conversation, saying, yes, this is our plan. Let's meet on this day, or let's talk on this day to make sure all of our ducks are in a row before I press send.
Yeah.
I don't think that in this instance, you had to do it only because you kind of did it through text.
Right.
You said, okay, I'm gonna book now. You said yes. But going forward, as you all communicate as sisters, and I hope you do begin to communicate again. Big sis, that's on you.
Yes.
Your little sis was in tears and you was talking about she's spoiled. And I was like, well, why are you so harsh? And then I began to realize both of you are carrying hurt for different reasons. And it's important to discuss that with one another. We can't solve that today. But what I can solve is, little sis, I think this is one of those times, even though your big sis says it's not about the money, the truth is she is entitled to it. You won on the trip, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So the $673.33 is just Miss Stingley's half. Miss Stingley, your big sis is entitled to that money because she spent it in reliance. When you make a deal, somebody performs their part and they're relying on you to perform your part. She wouldn't have charged the other $670-something for your ticket if she wasn't relying on the fact that you told her via text clearly that you would agree to pay the half. You owe her that. Judgment for the plaintiff for $673.33. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $673.33.
I'm sorry that it had to come to this, but I'm glad that it came to this. But you know, I'm still gonna be your older sister. I'm still here for you, and we move forward.
Okay. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm just glad this is behind us.
Yes.
Coming up,
What did you mount it with?
I did some nail guns. So I put
A nail gun?
Yeah, about 15 nails in there with a couple screws. I told her it wasn't ready to be used yet. But
With some screws?
Yeah.
closed captioning provided by Sydney Choi claims her finger was crushed when a handyman failed to properly install her wall-mounted table. Melvin Barbin says he warned Ms. Choi not to put anything on the table until he could return to finish the job.
Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Choi versus Barbin. Ms. Choi, you are suing Mr. Barbin for $1,200. You say the defendant mounted your kitchen tabletop incorrectly and it crushed your finger. Ooh, and you had to pay medical expenses. And defendant, you say that the plaintiff didn't follow your instructions.
She didn't.
What kind of table was this, Ms. Choi?
It was a wooden table with brick on the top.
All right, and then you called Melvin and said, can you come over here and put this table together?
Correct.
All right, and so he put the table together. Do you have a picture of this table?
Yes, I do.
Let me see it, please.
I'll take the whole folder here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, it was like a little table that went with a banquette. So it was almost freestanding. Was there a leg underneath there?
There was no leg on it, and I'm
What
sorry.
was it attached to, the wall?
Yes, correct. It was mounted up.
So, Mr. Barbin, when you came over and you saw this table, had you mounted a table like this before?
In the past, yeah, I have done that sort of table.
So you came over, and so were there instructions?
There weren't any instructions. She just told me where she wanted me to put it. And it wasn't exactly the kind of table I was expecting to mount that day, but I tried to do the best I could with the
Did you
tools
have
I
the
had.
necessary tools to mount it?
Just to keep it there temporarily, but not for it to be fully functional.
What did you mount it with?
I did some nail guns. So I put
A nail gun?
Yeah, about 15 nails in there with a couple screws. I told her it wasn't ready to be used yet, but
With some screws?
Yeah.
Coming up,
Would a reasonable person under those circumstances go and have their coffee and put their computer at that table? Everybody in the gallery shaking their head no, and I know I wouldn't.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Sidney Choi, who brought Melvin Barbin to court over a topsy-turvy table.
See, you messing with the wrong judge, because I know a little bit about kitchens.
That's what I tried to tell her, but she didn't want. She was rushing me out of the place. She had a plane to catch, and I told her I'll be back next week. And
Okay, so you said to her, look, it's up there, but it's not really sturdy.
Yeah.
You rushed him out and you went out of town.
Yes,
So what happened that you end up getting injured?
So I basically took my laptop, a cup of coffee, and a small book that probably weighed less than a pound, and very slightly, I pushed on the table and it completely fell.
Yeah, because it's up by nail guns and a couple screws.
And he had originally told me that he was going to put it up with a mount, which he did not do.
But did he tell you that he needed to come back to reinforce it when you got back from out of town?
He told me that he needed to reinforce it, but he told me that I could use it lightly, that I should not put heavy things on it, but it was usable.
There's no handyman that's going to try to put a free-floating table up without any anchors or any type of reinforcement of support. I'm sorry, Mr. Barbin, that is negligent.
I figured since she already paid me, I'd do her the favor before she gets out of town, so she wouldn't have to stress about it.
I've got some text messages. Oh, you say you did a terrible job with this table. You told me it could bear weight. Now I have a fractured finger. So what happens when you get up from the table and you push off, the table falls?
It falls, and I had to catch it real quick, and it jammed in between my knee and the table. I went to urgent care, and they told me I had a fractured finger, and basically
You went to urgent care, Royal Oak?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
you're from
ma'am.
Michigan?
Yes.
I was just there, Royal Oak Emergency Facility. I was just in Royal Oak that's my home state.
Oh, okay, nice.
So you had to go to emergency room visits, $1,200
Yes,
that you
ma'am.
had to pay
Yes,
for your
ma'am.
injuries. We got to figure out who was negligent. Was it just you? Because we already know you were, Mr. Barbin, but the question is, Ms. Choi, were you negligent?
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
When the handyman says, I need to come back, that means the table ain't all the way together yet. Would a reasonable person under those circumstances go and have their coffee and put their computer at that table? Everybody in the gallery shaking their head no, and I know I wouldn't. Both of you all were negligent. In the state of Michigan, it's a modified comparative negligence state, which states that as long as the plaintiff is less than 50% responsible for the damages in question, he or she can still receive partial compensation. She did suffer injuries because you didn't put that table up well. But you did tell her clearly that it need to be reinforced. But you're basically in full use of the table. The only thing you didn't have was a plate or a bowl. You also didn't have any instructions. So you left him to make it up as he goes along. What handyman goes in here with a nail gun, sets a table up and says, you good to go for some light stuff, but I gotta come back and reinforce it, and leaves that like that? For this reason, the court is going to award Ms. Choi half of her damages. Judgment for the plaintiff for $600. Court is adjourned.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $600.
Any final thoughts from each other?
I just think chivalry is dead, and I'm glad at least I got some compensation.
I always wanted to help you out, and I just wanted to do this favor for you, but I guess favors aren't appreciated nowadays.
Please follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.